After 18 weeks of an NFL regular season, we have finally reached the playoffs. Wild card weekend is upon us, and the Flex Zone Podcast is here to break it all down for you on a Tuesday night. Might be snow outside, but we're heating things up inside on YouTube. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, episode 472. What it do? Wild card weekend, college football Final Four, Black Monday in the NFL, and we get goofy with Cravante. And of course, game ball, not so game ball, as we put a bow on the NFL regular season. And we look ahead and give our picks for the wild card weekend. Ravens, Steelers, part 3 at the bank on Saturday. And on Sunday Night Football, the Commanders travel to the land of crazy to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You guys know the drill. For 18 plus weeks you've been rocking with us. Make sure you stiff arm that subscribe button, tackle that thumbs up, blitz that bell, vote on the poll. What game are you looking forward to the most? Happy New Year. The first official Flex Zone podcast of 2025 has arrived. And as always, we're here, giving you sports how you want it when you need it. The gang's all here. Let's get to it and get you ready for a fun-filled sports week in the month of January. More exciting than an episode of sports on Fox Sports 1. It's the Flex Zone Podcast. Only place fellas giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Episode 472, what it do? Wildcard Weekend Preview, College Football Final Four, recapping Week 18, looking ahead to Wildcard Weekend. And of course, we get goofy with Cravante and hand out our final regular season game ball and not so game balls. You guys know the drill. First episode of 2025. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button. Hit the bell. Appreciate everybody in the chat and appreciate you being here, as we've already been going hard as we can to kick off the new year. But the first official flagship podcast, the Flex Zone 1 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Flex Zone Podcast on TikTok, and the FlexZone1@gmail.com if you want to be a part of the Flex Zone experience. Throw your ones up. Acknowledge us as we are the head of the sports podcast table. And like we do each and every week, we bring the heat. And batting leadoff is the social media producer, the man who makes streams pristine. He's been with me since the start of the year, the one and only Big Raj. What's going on, my brother?
No bread, no water, just me.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's one big son of a bitch! Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
Big Raj.
What it do? I'm here. It's Tuesday. Let's talk football, wild card, and college football.
It's been a few years, but this brother's playoff brown. He's the captain of the goofy ship, the voice of reason, the commander laureate himself. And let's just say he's drinking that JD5.
Haters can't stand us. Left hand. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Come on now, say it with me. Everybody beats the Wiz.
Jam. Oh, jam. Well, now that's goofy. Stupid. Just stupid.
Playoff mode, Cravante. What's up?
Hey man, we here. Different day, same deal, same concept. Just a slight adjustment. But I'm with Raj. Let's get this thing started.
Last but not least, the Flex on my side, the tribal chief, Mr. 25-8. The man who was shimmying harder than Steph Curry yesterday for J5, celebrating his wonderful fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. The finest of them all. My good brother, the one and only, the hardest working man I know. He's in playoff mode every time because he's got that Mamba mentality. Pride of the East Side, Sultan of Suave, Savior Misbehavior, Mr. Morgan State University. My brother, Drizzy Dre, what's going on, my guy?
Acknowledge me.
Drizzy Dre, playoff time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, we've been rolling, man. Of course, happy belated Founders Day to the great men of the greatest fraternity known to mankind as Kappa Alpha Psi. We got another. This is the month of a lot of D9. Sigmas are coming up, Deltas, aka Zetas. So happy early Founders Day to all of them. Working, man. Last night live stream NXT, and then right now, we're doing our show. But man, we've been working. 2024 was something. I can't wait to see what 2025 has to bring.
Appreciate it, brothers, and appreciate you all as we are truly on another level. Appreciate all the support over the past few weeks with all the content, and there's plenty more to come, especially as we get into the NFL fun. There's both local teams in the playoffs, which is always good. Let's start with college because we're going to start there. That starts on Thursday. We got the college football playoff. And Cravante, I'm going to start with you, man. As Ohio State whooped that ass of Oregon on last week at the Rose Bowl, and it looks like your team has finally figured it out. They are truly in a groove right now, Cravante, and it was hammer time from the word go. Cravante, how you feeling about Ohio State, and how do you see this Final Four playing out? If you want to give your preview or picks, we'll do the picks officially later, but how you see it playing out, I'm guessing you're feeling really confident in the Ohio State right now.
Oh yeah, Ohio State's gonna win it all. That's how I feel right now. Ohio State's gonna win it all. But I felt like that beforehand. I thought the biggest hurdle, which actually looked more like a step, maybe more like a curve, wasn't really a hurdle. But I thought that game against Oregon was going to be like, God damn. I thought that was going to be a very, very tough game. But even before the game, I felt like whoever won that game was probably going to win everything. So, yes, I'm rocking with the Ohio State. But I told you before all this started, Ryan Day, the only way to get out of the situation that he's in is that he better win the championship, because that Michigan loss is a stain. Because that was not a very good Michigan team that you lost to. Also, it being a rival. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a clause in Michigan contracts and Ohio State contracts. You got to beat the other one. Like that's the name of the game. But him losing had that sour taste in Ohio State Buckeyes, fans and players' mouths going into the postseason. But it's championship. That's the only thing. It's nothing else. That's the standard that the Ohio State is on, and is one that they should be on. But losing to Michigan like that is like the only way to like kind of help us forget about it is to win the championship. And rolling over Oregon was, a step in the right direction. And I feel like the biggest domino has fallen. So I think it's a pretty clear path for Ohio State.
Real quick, Avante, do you have a leaning towards a specific way? I know Penn State and Notre Dame, two very good defensive teams, like to run the football. This may be a 1st to 20 wins type of game, low scoring.
Man, it's tough. I'm leaning Penn State, but what Notre Dame got going on, it's nothing. It's nothing to sneeze at, or
two black coaches, by the way, in a world where all the coaches are getting fired.
Hey, oh boy, especially the black ones. My gosh. But yes, that at least we can say there's going to be a black head coach in the college football championship. So that is good. But I think I'm leaning Penn State, but Notre Dame has been playing some really good football, and they are very well coached. Which is hard to say in college football nowadays, but I'm leaning Penn State. and of course, Ohio State.
Drizzy Dre is at Ohio State and everybody else. Are you looking forward to any of this?
Look, I'm gonna let Cavante have his flowers because, the Ohio State did what I didn't think that they would do, and that's beat Oregon. In this matchup, well, I'm gonna save my picks, but I do think that the Ohio State, this is probably the best time if they're gonna do it. This is the best time to do it, win the national championship. But I'm still really unsure about this team, honestly. Like I said, I mean, props to them for what they did against Oregon, but I know people want them to win, especially with everything that's happened with Ryan Day, but I still have my question marks about this team.
And real quick, Penn State and Notre Dame, any particular thing looking at there?
I think this is probably, well, both matchups are really, really good. But I think that this Notre Dame matchup is probably one that we didn't really see coming because, a lot of people were favoring that Georgia would, come out. We were hoping that Gentry would do his thing. So I think that this is one matchup that we like, but it was unexpected. I think it'll be a close, good game. And whoever wins out of these two will definitely give the winner of Texas, the Ohio State, a run for their money.
Raj, any particular rooting interest in any of these games? I know you've been watching a little bit.
That's on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on.
Nobody. Hey, look, Tony! It's Tony in the back. I remember that picture.
Yeah. Tony's in the back, but that's what I'm rolling with.
Oh, D.
Ohio State. Yes.
Okay. You just rolling with them.
Just rolling with them. Pretty much it. Oregon is done.
I know we got on a lot of the teams that were getting blown out, the SMUs and the Clemsons, and I think who else got blown out in the first round? Tennessee. But big props to, let's give a big love, big shout out to Arizona State. They showed they belong with Texas. Probably should have won that game. Texas made a few more plays, but big shout out to Arizona State showing they belong. They're going to be a team to look out for moving forward. And big ups to Quinn Ewers, though. He made a couple plays. I know he's a quarterback nobody's really talking about right now, so we'll see him coming up in the draft process. If he beats Ohio State, Cavante, real quick, this could help his draft stock. He's kind of been a forgotten guy. So, yeah. Absolutely. So we'll see.
Big time.
Yes. And Drew Aller more next year, but he's a big name to look out for as well. Quarterback, Penn State, he can run as well. And Notre Dame has probably the best defense in college football under Marcus Freeman as well. So look out for them as well. Let's get to Black Monday. We know what happens after the regular season is over in the NFL. We get to the coaching firings real quick. As of today, Antonio Pierce, which we kind of predicted a few weeks ago, unfortunately, he was let go. We heard the other day about Gerard Mayo in New England. Of course, we called Doug Peterson in Jacksonville as well. The Titans did not fire their head coach, but they did fire GM Ron Carthon after 2 seasons. Apparently, ownership didn't like his direction and didn't want him picking their quarterback as well. Pierce was dismissed after a finish of 4-13 as well. He was 2-2. Actually, Pierce this season. Then he went on a 10-game losing streak. Remember, he did beat the Ravens in that early part as well. Gerard Mayo, 4-13 as well. Doug Peterson let go, but Trent Baalke, much like we saw in San Francisco, he stays. They got rid of Jim Harbaugh, if you remember, for Baalke as well. Peterson went 23-30 with the Jaguars as well. Also, let's not forget the Giants did keep Brian Daboll and general manager Joe Sheen, despite 3-14 record as well. The Colts are keeping Jim Irsay and Shane Steichen, as well as Chris Ballard, their GM. Mike McDaniel is going to stay in Miami with Chris Gear, but Tyreek Hill looks like he wants out as well. The Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy's contract is up next week. And don't forget, Chicago has requested to interview Mike McCarthy, Todd Monken, as well as others. I believe Jacksonville even wants to interview Todd Monken as well. Remember, New Orleans and the Jets also have vacancies. I've heard Rex Ryan for the Jets, Robert Saleh even possibly for the Bears job as well. So a lot of names, Cavante, that have been let go and some that have stayed. And A lot of goofiness in the Giants. I know you love to see it.
Oh man, love it. Giants, keep it up, baby. Keep it up, man. I love it. They're going to be in the cellar for some time to come in our division. I absolutely love it. Black Monday. I honestly, I don't know about you, Raj, but Black Monday was kind of a letdown, man. It wasn't as many. It wasn't as many folks getting fired because they was pretty much getting fired during the season. But this Black Monday has been strangely not as dark. It's been pretty light. This is a pretty light Black Monday, but no real surprises on Black Monday because, I mean, we figured Antonio Pierce was going to get canned. We knew Doug Peters. We knew Dougie P was going to be out, and it's unfortunate for Gerard Mayo, but I kind of saw that coming too, because black head coaches, they don't get the patience that their counterparts get.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not really no crazy surprises, but also I don't know what the record is, Byron, for coaches being let go during the season, but I think this year we might have pushed for it.
Yeah, I think 3 has to be one of the highest. I don't really have the numbers in front of me, and I don't know if I can look it up.
I said 3 sounds like a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Most I've seen
has to be. You know what I'm saying? Because usually, folks, it'd be like 1 here. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody gets fired on one day, which is usually Black Monday. But man, folks let these coaches go mid-season at a high rate. Like over the last couple years, like between Frank Wright, the Nathaniel Hackett, it's getting crazy. Now, some of it was warranted, and I think some of it wasn't. But I'll say this Monday, this Black Monday was pretty light. I'll say that.
Raj, how you feel about some of these coaches, man?
I mean, I'm with Cravante. Like, a lot of this was a letdown. I was hoping to see like 8 people get fired, but I mean, the one person we knew was going to get fired got fired like 5 games into the season, and that was Robert Saleh. We knew if the Jets didn't do well, he was gone, and they didn't even give him a chance to even do well at all with Aaron Rodgers. So he was out the door. And then, like you said, today we had Antonio Pierce. He got, the foot upside of his rear end out the door. And, of course, you got Doug Peterson, like you said, he's out. And a couple other people. But, yeah, man, it just wasn't like a sexy thing today. It wasn't, none of that. It was just, all right, well, they got fired. Okay, who's next? That's the type of deal we're on. And now you got like 10 people interviewing for a lot of jobs. You got some retreads like Rex Ryan. He's trying to get another head coaching job. Why? I don't know. He's like almost 80. He needs to sit down in his chair at ESPN. Then you got Todd Monken, who's I think almost 70. He wants to get his first head coaching job. Please don't hire him. Please, we want him. We want him back. We don't need him to go nowhere. And then you got some other people, but it just wasn't really a thing this year like that. I mean, the people that got fired needed to be fired, except Gerard Mayo. Maybe he was the one exception to the rule. But of course, when you have Mike Vrabel out there and you googly eyeing him, or the Jets is googly eyeing him, and you want him, he has to be the sacrificial lamb. So it is what it is. I got nothing else on coaches. Well, we'll see who gets hired during the off season.
So it's interesting because I feel like, and this is just me, because I really ain't dive deeply into it. I feel like there are more jobs than candidates. like I feel like there's going to be somebody who we do not see coming at all that's going to get a job.
I got a spoiler alert for you. A Tesla robot is going to be a head coach. Book it. Watch.
Well, now that's goofy. Stupid.
I want to see. Stupid. I want to see the staff he puts together. That's what I want to see. What's the staff he puts together? But man, it's crazy because I don't know what it is, but I feel like out of like legit candidates, I feel like there's more jobs than candidates. So that robot can have an opportunity, which is the craziest.
You know they're coming out this year, by the way. They're gonna start out at Tesla. They're gonna be out on the floors at Tesla, and then they're gonna be going to your homes in 2026.
Sheesh.
Just like iRobot.
That's terrifying. Because if y'all saw iRobot, it got kind of crazy.
Terminator, any of those?
Yes, just like that.
Oh boy,
can't wait.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I don't know. And then like we still got guys. The top candidates like like Cliff Kingsbury's being thrown out there. Ben Johnson is going to be a top candidate, and Ben Johnson may pull the same thing he did before. Like, I don't like none of these. I'm out. I'm staying in Detroit. And then Bobby Slowick probably he's not going to have the same opportunity he had last year, so he's probably going to chill. Then we got guys like Brian.
Well, if they go out and beat the Chargers, Cavante, and they put up 35 points, that could change. A lot of teams get desperate.
No, you're right.
Because they can't. I don't think they can interview the playoff coaches till next week. I believe Monken can't interview till next week. So they got a week. So the Texans turn it on. CJ Stroud goes back to CJ Stroud, 300 yards. Anything happen.
That's crazy because I feel like there's going to be there's probably going to be two organizations that reach on a.
Well, you hear the Bears are trying to get Mike McCarthy from the Cowboys.
Take him. I take him, please. You goofies, take him. Mike McCarthy. Y'all crazy. Like the Jets interviewing Ron Rivera. What are we doing? What are y'all doing? That's what y'all want? Y'all want the folding arm guy? Go do it. Do it, please. This is dumb. But Mike McDaniels keeps his job. Brian Daboll keeps his job.
Shane Steichen.
And Browns. Yep. And Shane. Well, no, Colts. He's from the
Colts. Stefanski kept his job too.
And Stefanski kept his job. I'm surprised. I thought Stefanski was out of there. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Stefanski was up out of there. But the surprise, I thought Stefanski, Daboll was out.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep the Cincy coach. Keep him.
Zach. Well, the scapegoat was the coordinator.
Yeah, D coordinator Lou Anarumo.
The coordinator was the scapegoat. So he's next. If they miss the playoffs next year, I think Zach Taylor's out of there. But he called a scapegoat. He got a scapegoat this year.
I can see that. Let us know if your team's looking for a coach. Mark, you kept your coach and GM. How do you feel about that? Let us know. Sound off. Any hot candidates? We saw Aaron Glenn maybe make a name for himself on Sunday night, what he did against the Vikings. So some names out there we shall see. Like you said, Cavante, your boy, Cliff Kingsbury, Todd Monken. Even there are going to be some names. Bobby Slowick, as they mentioned, some retreads as well. So we shall see who gets picked up. While we wait for Dre, let's go down to Tampa. Let's go to Florida, Cavante. Let's go get crazy for a second. Sunday night, I know we'll do a full preview in a couple days. More information coming in, injuries, practice starts up tomorrow. So more stuff will be coming in fast and furious. How do you feel about the Sunday night game, Cavante? We kind of called some of these matchups, but from a Commander's perspective, playing Tampa, you played them before. How you feeling on Tuesday night, heading into a playoff game in primetime Sunday night?
I feel well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in a good spot right now because we're playing with house money. There's no way we were supposed to win 12 games this year and make the playoffs. And we're playing with house money, so I like our chances. I thought we were going to end up playing the Rams, but the Rams and the Packers end up losing. So we pretty much stayed. Well, because the Packers lost anyway, it didn't really matter what happened at our game. So we was going to get the 6th spot. But the Rams losing gave the Bucs opportunity to move up. But I like our chances. I think both of our teams were very different from the first time we played. I mean, it was week 1. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. And you know what I just thought about? There is a chance if Lattimore plays, it'll be him and Mike Evans again. Evans. Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore. They're gonna be on the side. Yo, I just hope they don't get thrown out the game. That's it. I just hope they don't get thrown out the game. But it's gonna be tough. But we need Lattimore. I don't think we have a shot. I don't think we got a snowball chance if Lattimore don't play. Because the defensively we really straight up, we really ain't got nothing for them, and they're pretty balanced. With running the football and Baker Mayfield. He's been making a lot of plays as of late. So I like our chances offensively. I think we'll be able to score. It's just when we're on defense that I'm concerned.
You like the Sunday night game? That's cool. You cool with that?
Love it. But like I said, Byron, we pretty much called the schedule. Because I was like, if the Steelers and the Ravens play, it's going to be one of the night games. Jaden Daniels is going to be the other night game. Like I just know it. Like the Ravens Steelers, don't care how either one of the teams look. They're both in the playoffs. They're going to be on one of the night games. I knew the Texans were going to be the first game, and I knew the other 4 seed was going to be the last game. We pretty much called all this. We just didn't know that whether the Commanders were going to play the Bucs or the Rams, but we pretty much called the schedule. But Sunday night, but Jaden Daniels is box office. So everybody wants to see him and the Commanders play. So I knew he's gonna be on one of the night games.
Rod, your thoughts on this game, and we'll get to the Ravens in a second.
Should be a fun game. Should be cool. I think I picked the Buccaneers to win, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders won. It is Jaden Daniels' first experience in the playoffs, so you never know what you're going to get with that. I think he's going to play well, and I think Baker does have something to prove from last year when he was with the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a really knockdown, drag out matchup between the two teams. Probably going to come down to the last possession, who has the ball last. I could see it being an extremely high scoring game, and I mean, we shall see, man. But it's going to be fun, though. It's definitely going to be fun to watch.
All right, Raj. You've been nervous since the game was announced. Ravens, Steelers, Saturday night, Amazon Prime, ABC2 locally. And it is what it is. Ravens, Steelers. Ravens are 1-3 against the Steelers in the playoffs. First game in Baltimore. Steelers had won 9 out of 10 before the Ravens' last win. How do you see it on Tuesday, Raj? Obviously, injury report isn't out yet. We know about Zay Flowers and other things. So,
honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not confident. I'm not confident in this team. I'm not. I'm not saying we're gonna lose, but I'm just saying I don't like playing them. I hate playing them. Every time you ask me about them, the Steelers, it just bring back bad memories. Past playoff performances, things that they've done to us over the years, and it is not a good feeling. So it depends on which Raven team wants to show up. If the Ravens that showed up the last game that plays and they play well, they should easily beat them. But if the team that showed up last week that played Cleveland, and certain points of the game where they're doing silly things and doing goofy things that they shouldn't be doing, then the Steelers might have a chance to win. It depends on the Ravens themselves, man. Not sure what we're going to see. Not sure if Zay Flowers is going to play this week. They've been quiet about it. He's probably not. I think he cut his dreads off or his hair off too. So I think he has a haircut, but that's neither here nor there.
oh boy,
yeah, because he had if you go to his Instagram, he has it looked like he took his dreads out or his braids out.
Oh,
he literally cut them out. Yeah, I think he cut them out.
Yep, he definitely did.
So, but yeah, man, I don't know what to expect. I hate playing the Steelers, man, because it's like, all right, boom, they lost their last 4 games. So everybody's picking the Ravens. Everybody's like, oh my God, there's no way that the Ravens can lose to this team. They're reeling right now. George Pickens is not playing great football. There you go. There go the picture. George Pickens is not playing great football. Russell Wilson looked like he's over the hill. There's no chance in hell they can win. They already got beat there 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever. But it's just, yeah, I just hate it, man. It's like, bro, we just played them and we beat them. And if you think about it, we could have turned the ball over 3 times because we fumbled the football 3 times, 3 different times in the game. We fumbled the football. Usually, when we make turnover, when a turnovers hit, they usually collect them. This time they didn't. Will the Ravens will the Ravens be able to hold on to the football for once and not turn the ball over at all? Can Derrick Henry, run the football through the middle of that defense? I mean, these are the questions that I still have. I mean, we answered some of them 3 weeks ago, but this is a totally different game. So I don't know, man. I'm really extremely nervous about playing them first. But like you said, it is what it is. We have to play them. So I'll be there, but I feel like I felt when we played the Kansas City Chiefs. It was like, oh yeah, we're gonna destroy them. I'm like, I don't know, guys. I'm like, hunker down, settle your expectations. Y'all doing a little too much. Y'all doing a little too much as a fan base. Just calm down, chill out, let it play out. So that's just how I feel right now. But we'll see what happens on Saturday night. Maybe I might be totally surprised.
Go ahead, Cravante. How you feeling?
Not as bad as Raj, but I understand why he feels that way. I mean, when you've seen something over and over and over again, yeah, it kind of gets stuck and ingrained. I mean, it took me a while for me to believe in the Commanders, So, I understand now. He's right. The Ravens should win this game. The Steelers have been pretty much in a spiral all December, and Russell Wilson looks like he's aging like milk or bread, and George Pickens is crashing out every game, not being able to keep his composure between him being hurt or just crashing out. Defensively, you know what you get from them, but offensively, they just been on a decline, of real decline, and there's no way that you have confidence in the Steelers moving forward as a unbiased fan. Like, you're Steelers fan, you going with the Steelers no matter what. Ravens fans, you going with the Ravens no matter what. But as an unbiased fan, there's no way you could lean Steelers in this case. But we do know how divisional matchups go. It doesn't matter how the weeks were leading up to it. It doesn't matter who's injured, who's hurt. We know the Steelers are going to empty the clip for the Ravens. We don't care. We don't care how. And you beat them recently. Do not care. They are going to empty the clip on the Ravens, and the Ravens should empty the clip on the Steelers. So the Ravens should win. Hopefully, it'll probably look a little murky, a little crazy for like a quarter and a half, and then I think the Ravens will pull away in the third quarter. That's what I think is going to happen, because Lamar Jackson can't afford to lose this game. He cannot. Like, you cannot lose this game. Like, they talking about you getting your third MVP. You can't lose this game. You absolutely cannot lose this game, because I don't want to see what the media is going to do to him. I don't want that for him. So I'm going with the Ravens just off of that. But I do think they should win because they are the better team. They're more in rhythm. They look better going into the playoffs. So they should win this home playoff game.
How do you feel about Tomlin? If Tomlin loses this from a Pittsburgh perspective, there are rumors teams may try to call about him. Cravante?
Omar Epps?
Yes.
I mean, they should. The Steelers are in an interesting spot because they haven't won a playoff game in a while. And I really didn't realize that until it was brought up. Like, they are consistent. Like, Mike Tomlin can hang his hat on. They don't have losing seasons, but in those seasons, they don't always make the playoffs. And when they do make the playoffs, they've been one and done for quite some time. I forgot when was the last time they actually won a playoff game, but it's been some years. Like, it was, I think, like pre-pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been some time.
Might be like 2016, Cavante, the Big Ben days.
16. Okay. Yes, I do
like
recall
then, something like that.
I do recall 2016. So we're talking about almost a decade. So at what point do you look at Mike Tomlin and like, yo, so what's like there's been no change. The Steelers teams have pretty much been the same and had the same ending for the better part of the last decade. So, I mean, that is concerning. He's still a phenomenal coach. But similar to, I think, how Raj feels about John Harbaugh, things getting a little stale. I think both of these guys have been in their respective organizations for a very, 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 very long time. Like, they're the two longest tenured, coaches, and things are getting a little stale. And at least for the Steelers can point to the last couple years. They ain't won a playoff game in quite some time. So, it may be time for a change of scenery. If not this year, soon. But I'm not worried about Mike Tomlin like I am these other black coaches, because Mike Tomlin, if they let him go, he'll be unemployed for 45 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll get another job, he'll get another opportunity. But his time in Pittsburgh, it may be, his days may be numbered now. And it's not because of losing or anything like that. It's just they keep hitting the ceiling. So,
Raj, I mean, I know you get on Harbaugh, but Pittsburgh kind of feels how you feel about Harbaugh regarding Tomlin.
I mean, because they haven't won anything. And since
I didn't notice that. It's crazy.
Yeah, they haven't won a playoff game since 2016. So I understand it and I get it, but it's just and you know what, I probably would feel the same way if I was a Pittsburgh fan too. But it just,
you feel that way about John Harbaugh, and he's actually getting playoff wins.
Right, but I'm just saying, from the head-to-head perspective, is like, every time we see them, he always has an answer for us, or some type of answer for us, and we struggle to have an answer back. And I don't understand, because every time we have the better team. For the last 8 years, we've had the better team than Pittsburgh. So and they've gotten they've beaten us, I don't know how many times in a row, but yeah, man, it's just, like I said, it's just really frustrating when we play them, and we know what the sauce is, we know what they're going to do, and they still seem to do it, and we just allow it to happen at times. But hopefully this is totally different. Hopefully the Ravens stick to that game plan. They don't get rattled. Derrick Henry runs the football at least 25 to 30 times this game, and hopefully, just hopefully, this game is over with by the fourth quarter, so we can, make sure we're heading on to the divisional round. But it wouldn't surprise me, man, if it was a close game going, and it just wouldn't surprise me if it was a close game in the fourth quarter, and it comes down to a field goal.
Oh boy.
And it's going to be windy Saturday. Well, Raj will be there. It's going to be very windy, and more snow possibly Friday, Saturday.
More power to you, man.
Yeah, Raj he's a sicko. I'll just say that.
I'm not Ravens. I bought my tickets before I knew about snow was coming. So.
No, right. Of course. But you knew it was January.
Yeah, well, I did know that. Yes.
Yeah. We'll lean more into this and maybe have this conversation next week after the game. That will tell a lot as well, because we're gonna add more current numbers to that as well. But it's intriguing to see.
Was it Byron? Is it two GMs, two defensive
so we got
coordinators?
two since they last won, Cavante, 2 general managers, 2 defensive coordinators, 4 offensive coordinators, 6 different quarterbacks. Remember, Russell and Justin are also free agents after the year, Cavante, and 1 head coach. So I'm hearing, and one of my keys to the game is going to be expect the unexpected, meaning Justin Fields. There are rumors he could play Cravante because the offense has been so putrid. They could take Russ out. He could have a short leash. You could see Justin Fields come in, or you could see some packages for him as well. So something to keep an eye on as we watch the game on Saturday night.
Very scary.
Yeah.
You scared of Justin Fields, Raj?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Because he can run.
Okay.
What is he doing?
Stop. Bro, stop.
Hey, what's that Mike Thomas? What's the fire behind? That's not the Steelers organization.
Oh, come on, man. Steelers fans, I think they might be worse than Ravens fans with this one. I ain't gonna lie. They might have a cake with this one. It's been over a decade, man. Like y'all said.
Don't you have no shame?
All right, let's get to these other games. Start Saturday afternoon, 4:30 on CBS. We do have on the LA Chargers are traveling to Houston, Cravante, to play your boy CJ Stroud. They've struggled all year. How do you see this game kind of playing out early on as we get into kind of the wild card weekend games?
I think this is another similar matchup where one team is struggling pretty much going. I mean, they won their last game. The Texans won their last game, but pretty much struggling going into the playoffs. And I think the Chargers are kind of hitting, say they're hitting a really good spot right now going into the playoffs. I think the coaching edge goes to Jim Harbaugh. I think the QB edge, and I hate to say this, I think it goes to Justin Herbert. CJ Stroud has not been playing well this year. Now, granted, things around him haven't been great. He's been dealing with some injuries and lackluster offensive line play. But at times when you that guy, you got to be able to overcome things like that. And I think I'm gonna lean Justin Herbert for the quarterback. And usually when it come down to it, quarterback, head coach, that's the combination I typically look at going into either game. And usually whatever the better duo, I usually lean that way. And I'm looking at Herbert and Harbaugh, and I'm looking at CJ Stroud, and I'm looking at what's the coach name?
D'Amico Ryans.
I'm looking at Coach Ryans, and looking at their combination and looking at the Chargers combination. I'm going Chargers. I have to go Chargers in that case. Again, playoff, anything can happen, but I just think it's something to be said about a team going into the playoffs on a high note.
Raj, any thoughts on this game?
I just want to say for Milton Melts, I think Cravante, you should start saying, "I love you, JD." You should be saying that.
Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. I love you, Solo.
Yeah, that should be you with JD. But anyway, I think it's a good matchup for Houston. I think this is the perfect scenario for them because they didn't want to see the Ravens. They didn't want to see the Steelers. I think the Chargers and Houston is going to be a good matchup for each other, only because whatchamacallit never won a playoff game. Justin Herbert and CJ Stroud has not won a playoff game either. Or has he? I think he has won one. I think he won
one.
Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. But he's been struggling this year, so either team could win. So I mean, whoever gets hot is going to probably win this game. So it's a toss-up, honestly.
Real quick, Sunday, Bills Broncos, 1 p.m. also on CBS. Are we all kind of feeling like the Bills have to win this game? They can't lose to the Broncos, right?
I mean, they can, but I don't think they will. I'm picking Buffalo.
Yeah,
I just don't see the Bo Nix beating, especially in Buffalo. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
This is terrible. This would be a terrible thing. Like, I think Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen have to, like, y'all can't, neither one can slip up like this. Like, we're talking about a rookie quarterback on the road. Like, there's no way in crazy Buffalo. We know how the Bills Mafia get down. If a rookie quarterback walks into Buffalo, Orchard Park, walk up in there and walk out with the W's, that's something. That's a big feat. I think that's a bit much. Sean Payton, he gonna do everything he can to get his young quarterback ready, but I don't think he's gonna be ready for that. And Bo Nix has been playing well this year, but Buffalo should win this game convincingly.
We just have to get Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, right? MVP versus MVP, right?
We have to. We have to.
Can they just both win an award, please?
No.
The co MVPs.
Yeah, just get yeah.
Don't worry, they'll have another primetime game next week if they both win, Raj. Another 8:00 game.
Yep,
I'm sure. Probably maybe on Sunday. We talked about Ravens and Steelers. We talked about Commanders and Buccaneers. Eagles, Packers. Christian Watson towards ACL. Jordan Love is not feeling the love, but Jalen Hurts still in concussion protocol. But Saquon should be back.
That's weird.
Yeah, this is going to be a weird game.
I'm gonna roll with the Eagles, even if Jalen Hurts is not playing. I think the Eagles are going to beat them. Look, they better beat them after letting Saquon sit the entire game and not break the damn record. You better win this game. Well, I'm going to slide you. But yeah, I'm going to roll with the Eagles.
Yeah, Sirianni will be in trouble.
He's going to be fired.
He's out of it.
Yeah, I was going to say could be another opening, guys, a late one.
But yeah, I'm rolling with them. Green Bay is just a mess right now. And Joe and Mr. Love is hurt. so I mean, it's literally one of your best, wide receivers that stretches the field. He's got out of there probably for next season too, which is crazy. And now Mr. Love hurt his hand, so I don't see how the Eagles lose this game.
I agree. I think what's concerning here is that Jalen Hurts is still in protocol, concussion protocol. Now, y'all know when we're talking about and dealing with concussions, that's not in the team's hands, right? That this is
how long did Austin Eckler, Cravante? We just talked about this on a pregame and postgame. He was out for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And Justice Hill with the Ravens, he's been out for the past 3.
Yeah. So this has nothing to do with the team. The team doesn't have any say so. You know what I'm saying? Really in this, and I feel like something would have came out that if it was a positive thing, like, all right, we're just keeping him out, like he's good to go, but we're keeping him out. Like the Eagles are keeping this really close to the chest. Either they're keeping it close to the chest or it's worse than we think. I do think the Eagles will still, even if Kenny Pickett has to play, I think I would still lean Eagles because the Packers just look a mess, like dealing with injuries, and they stumbling into the playoffs as well. I think I really lean on teams, how teams look going into the playoffs in any sport, whether it's baseball, football, basketball. I really look at how the team goes into the playoffs, because you stumble into the playoffs, I think you're going to be one and done. But the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is concerning. Very, very concerning. I do think they still have a better roster than the Packers, and the Packers are dealing with a bunch of injuries, including their quarterback. So I guess I like that. I like the Eagles backup as opposed to the Packers shaky first string or their backup. So I'm still going Eagles, but it's going to be a much tighter game if Hurts doesn't play.
Monday night, as we predicted as well, the loser of Vikings and Lions will play, and they'll play the Rams on ESPN. Could the Vikings be one and done after that wonderful season? Sam Darnold looks a little human.
Crazy.
You said he's seeing ghost again?
Maybe they never left, Raj. And Aaron Glenn might have got himself a head coaching job just off of that one game just against him.
I would just say this will be a very intriguing game to watch. I know Brother Thoughts. This is the Monday night game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that Brother Thoughts will definitely be tuned in, and eating his popcorn while watching his Rams play. But yeah, man. I mean, the Rams should win because they 14-3. They should win, but
you mean the Vikings?
I'm sorry, I'm like not the Rams. Yes, the Vikings. My bad. They went 14-3. They should win. They have the better receivers. Great running game, good defense. They should win, but I don't know. Man. I think the Rams they're very sneaky, so it wouldn't surprise me if they won. It would not surprise me if Sam does see ghosts again.
Go, Cavante.
I think it's tough because I hate to think that the Vikings did all this just to be one and done. I'd hate that. Excuse me. I hate that for Sam Darnold, and I would hate that for the Vikings fan base. Because I mean they were a game away from potentially being a number 1 seed, and to be one and done in the playoffs is crazy. But again, quarterback combination. I love what O'Connell has. I love what O'Connell's doing, but we know what Sam Darnold has in him. I know what Sam Darnold is capable of on both sides. we know the good and we know the bad. Sean McVay, he been coaching. He be coaching his ass off, man. He be coaching his ass off. And if Matthew Stafford is healthy and upright, they have a shot. They absolutely have a shot. I'm going Vikings though, because I just think their season has been so great. This would be a terrible letdown. But there is always an upset in every super wild card. There's usually at least one upset. But I want the upset to be the Commanders one. But it could very well be the Rams. I hate to see it though. Hate to see it.
So Texans Chargers, who y'all got in that? I'm sure we'll have to tell Dre again, but Texans Chargers.
I'm picking the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. Oh, and Milton. I do think the Eagles will implode at some point. Yeah, there you go. I do think they will implode because with Nick Sirianni in charge, it's
and Matt LaFleur can coach Cavante. He might outcoach that boy. You never know.
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see them implode. Now, would they implode versus the Packers? I don't know. And that would be ugly because that'd be at home too. Ooh. Philly, you know how Philly fans are. Oh boy.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna go Houston just because everyone is picking the Chargers. Ravens, Steelers. I do have the Ravens though. Any difference there on opinion?
Ravens.
No, I think I made my mind up.
For now.
He make his mind up. It's a must win, bro.
No. I've made my mind up.
Oh,
I made my mind up. Oh, I'm picking for the Ravens and stuff.
I do agree all on the Bills. We can all agree there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Bills. Yeah,
I do agree with the Eagles, but I think it'll be closer than people think.
I think we missing one game. The line. Oh no, the lines are on the bye. I'm sorry.
Oh, they got a game next week. Oh, you'll hear about them next week.
I forgot they don't play this week.
Who knows? The Commanders could be going there. I mean, a lot of ways this could go.
God, I would love to beat the Bucs. Matter of fact, the last time we won a playoff game, we beat the Bucs.
I was about to say, do you want to go back to Philly, or do you want to go to possibly Detroit? We'll talk about that later.
Lesser of two evils, bro. So like, it ain't no easy way around either one. Hopefully, I mean, it's probably better if we go to the Eagles because I feel like an implosion is coming. And it'll be great to be against us, but I think it was 2005 the last time the Commanders won a playoff game. So yeah.
I think the Commanders are going to pull it out. I'm going to go for Commanders. I'm going to just go Commanders. And Monday, I know Cavante's leaning Vikings. I'm leaning Rams. I think kind of with the Rams.
I'm leaning Vikings, but I'm going to pick the Rams.
Gotcha. Well, that is all we got for the wild card aspect.
Is that Andy Reid?
13 seconds.
It could be. 13 seconds.
Hey man, sometimes that's all you need. You don't need a lot.
Finish him, Daddy.
You got the Andy Reid up there.
And now
Cavante?
he talking like Deshaun Watson.
Oh, it's probably the Chiefs and Bills because it was 13 seconds and it's Andy Reid right there. That could be why. Probably that's why. Maybe. Cavante, you want to get goofy, my guy?
Man, goddamn, we really ran through that mess, man.
Hey man, told you. Sure.
Yeah. I only
Let's
got
keep
one,
goofy.
and it's a big one. But
Oh boy.
potential Goofy of the Year candidate once we get more information.
Let's get to Cavante's Goofies of the week, as I still have year on the lower third. If I can change that. I mean, it may be, but
It could be. And it's early January too, man. Oh god.
let's bring up Goofy
My
for
man.
the first time in 2025.
Gosh, something wrong here. Well, now that's goofy. Stupid. Just stupid. Jam. Oh, jam.
Man. Welcome to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time to let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. And it is one. Noah, what's up, man? Buck, well, that's a throwback Bucks logo too. Yeah. The Bucks are definitely not underdogs though. Like they're definitely favored. So here on Goofies of the Week, I typically go every particular week. Something goofy happens that we talk about on the show. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, sometimes medium, whatever. But we find time to talk about it, or at least I find time to talk about it. No matter small, medium, large, whatever the goofy is, the goofy gets talked about. Now, I don't know if y'all have heard. You had to. If you're into sports, you had to have heard about this. Fox Sports is on fire. Basically. They are on fire for more reasons. Probably more reasons that we like than they like to admit. We got guys like Skip Bayless. Well, is he still technically employed by them? Is he still employed?
No, I think he just has a podcast
He
on
just
his
has
own.
his own podcast, right? So they're talking about when he was with FS1, I guess. So Skip Bayless out here, trying to give up that cash for that. You know what I mean? We got Joy Taylor, supposedly, allegedly, screwing her way to the top. And Skip Bayless that's allegedly as well. And Fox Sports is on fire right now. Like, what a way to start off 2025 with sexual harassment allegations, maybe even assault in there too. With the year that we had in 2024, this is how we start off 2025. My heavens. Yes, that is Joy Taylor right there, but she's been accused, like, allegedly.
No water, just me.
Sure. Joy Taylor allegedly has been sleeping around with, co-hosts and executives, and using her, feminine nature as a leverage to get into different positions and, move up the ladder and stuff. Again, all alleged, but oh boy.
Finish him, Daddy.
I think that's terrible. But I'm very interested to see where this is still obviously a developing story. There's still more to come about this, but it's crazy that Joy Taylor has been brought up. And if you've watched her through social media, and she's been on podcasts and stuff, and she's been she's been saying some stuff, and for it to pop out, what I'm saying, that she was messing around, sleeping around with Emmanuel Acho and all that executives, it's just kind of crazy. I never knock the hustle. I'll say that now. I just never knock the hustle. You get it however you feel. However you feel you need to, and that's the guy. That's Mr. Dixon right there. That's Charlie. That's Charlie Dixon.
Who?
That
Go Google it.
He is a FS1 executive. And I guess I think he's in operations, but allegedly Joy Taylor, slept with him. You know what I'm saying? And this is so crazy, but I guess it don't matter what year it is. These things happen, and I guess we really can't get away from it. And folks in power really be pushing that power. And Joy, I don't know what to think right now. I don't think I'd be surprised. I guess more so shocked, if anything, but you really can't put nothing past anybody in this industry because people have different motives. And I guess her motives will probably come out sooner rather than later. Oh my gosh, look at this mess, man. Joy Taylor, stop.
And Cravante, you see, she's back at work like nothing happened. She's been doing the show apparently, like nothing happened.
No, she's listen. What you want to hide? you gotta I'm sure the PR is whoever's on the PR team is like their head has to be on fire right now, trying to get in front of all this. But I'll say keep going, don't stop, because people are going to point it out. You might as well keep rocking. And whatever happens until somebody comes out and suspends you or something, or say that you broke a rule or something like that. Well, that's wow. Crazy. Skip Bayless. And it was alleged that Skip Bayless offered one
Get on these walls, Ray. Oh, hey. I'm gonna piss on your face, and then I'm gonna fart in your mouth. Yeah, and then I'm gonna shit on these walls, Ray.
Hey yo. Hey yo, you're so immature. Like you're so immature. Why'd you put the volume on for that? Like it was alleged that Skip Bayless offered 1.5 of them things to tap that thing. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Allegedly.
Turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream. You lost.
It is my turn.
You lost the game.
My turn.
It was alleged he offered 1.5 of them things to get up in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. Crazy. And you know what also is crazy? I didn't hear Shannon Sharp he wasn't named. Raj, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't hear Shannon Sharp. I know when Jason Whitlock, he was talking about, FS1 as a whole, but I did not hear Shannon Sharp talk about, I didn't hear his name mentioned in the, the lawsuit or the documents on all that. But my gosh, like I couldn't imagine Speak. What's it called? Speak. What is that the show? That Acho.
Speak to yourself.
Speak for. I think it's just Speak now.
Oh, okay. No, I don't watch
with Chase Daniels and Shady and Joy. I couldn't imagine. Woo! I couldn't imagine what it is now. I couldn't imagine how it is right now. But woo, that girl Joy Taylor's name is hot in the streets right now. It's really hot, real hot in the streets. Her and Skip Bayless, because they apparently have been alleged doing some real wild stuff. And it's goofy because FS1 has fallen apart. We saw, it's like we saw this happening, not necessarily specifically happening this way, but we saw the downfall of FS1. And now it's like Now they're really on fire. Now, at first it was just bad ratings. Undisputed gone. Once Shannon Sharp left, Undisputed pretty much left right behind it. And look.
Listen, yeah, hang on.
Why you sleeping, Ocho?
Listen, yeah.
This is crazy. But it's goofy because it's happening to FS1, and FS1 we saw them at the pinnacle, and they have fallen off drastically, dramatically.
Hey yo, I can't, bro. Why?
They've fallen off so hard, and that's what makes all this goofy. That FS1 is supposed to be this great platform, this great this great that, and they got the same bull mess going on with them that everybody else got going on. and FS1 is pretty much taking a nosedive right now because they got executives involved, not just talent. So it's kind of crazy right now. So like I said, it's a developing story. I can't wait to see what more comes of this. Joy Taylor is playing it like she Ray Charles right now, and I am cool with it. I just can't wait to hear more come out. And luckily for Skip Bayless, he don't work for nobody, so it's like it's whatever for him, I guess. But I'm here for all of it. But that's my lone goofy. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great. FS1 and them people are on the wrong end of it. Got to do better, guys and lady.
Let's bring up Goofy.
Of course. Something wrong here. Stupid. Just stupid. Well, now that's goofy. Jam. Oh, jam.
Drizzy Dre, you back with us, brother?
It's funny that Dre came in right there, just right now.
Came in during the goofy part.
How you feeling, Dre? I know you want to give your thoughts on the coaches and give your picks. I don't know if you need to get our picks again, but anything you need from... Oh, we got to do the college games too. But go ahead, Dre. I'll let you go ahead and do your thing, brother.
I mean, the coaches, there's no real surprise about the people being fired. I think the only thing that's goofy, and I'm not sure if Karanta, you touched on it, why are the Bears trying to interview like 18 people? I mean, my guys, I talk about keeping your options open. God damn,
you make this process harder at this point. Like, you make this harder for you.
Usually, you go with, usually you go with somebody in mind. They don't know who they want. They got everybody. It's like Ben Johnson, Todd Bunkin. Let's tap into Mike McCarthy. I'm like, come on, bro. Y'all just out here. So, I mean, everybody else I'm not surprised about, from the Raiders to the Jaguars. We already saw the writing on the wall, but this is just craziness right now with the Bears. I will need the picks again, and then I'll be able to tell y'all the results from Week 18, as well as college football.
I think for the college games, did we all have Ohio State over Texas?
Yes.
Yep.
I got Notre Dame, Dre, over Penn State, by the way.
And I have Penn State.
I have Penn State as well.
Please, God, no Ohio State Penn State final. Please, we don't want that. Please.
So wait a minute, who chose Penn State?
Cravante.
Me and Raj.
And
I'm going Notre Dame. Touchdown, Jesus.
All right. And everybody else just chose the Ohio State over Texas?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, all right. I am going to choose Texas. And then, this is such a tough one.
No, it's not. Not tough at all.
Shout out to the black head coaches, man.
I know. Notre Dame got a black head coach.
Oh God, Brian Flores might be a coaching candidate for the Jets.
No.
Brian, boy,
you lucky to get a second chance. Don't ruin any other chances you have.
Yo,
that would be goofy.
Him and Rex Ryan. Just give it to Rex. Just give it to Rex at this point.
Brian, take your ass to Vegas.
You know what, Byron? I'm gonna join you, brother. I'm gonna join you and say Notre Dame.
Okay. NFL wise, Chargers and Texans. I got the Texans, Dre. Everybody else took the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I'm gonna take the Chargers as well. I just don't see it right now with CJ Stroud. His offensive coordinator, I think, is in, and I want to say is in the mix. Those names.
I'm sure.
Bobby Slower.
Yeah,
I'm going Texans. I'm gonna be different. Saturday night, Dre. How you feel about the Ravens and Steelers, Dre? I know we'll get more into it this week. Maybe we'll get you on a pregame show. How you feel about the Ravens and Steelers?
Man, first of all, I'm all over the place because for some reason I thought this game was at 4:30, not 8 o'clock. Can you imagine me down there in the snowing and everything down at the tailgate? I'm looking up,
yo,
everybody in.
What y'all going? Where y'all at? It's at home, right?
Well, they'll be there at 4:30 tailgate.
I said, yeah, they'll be there. Dre messing around, think he late.
You on time? You right on time?
He's like, hey, wait. Y'all just started cooking? Wait,
and black folk, we don't try to be early.
Why is that?
But nah, I feel really good about Baltimore. I told y'all when we first were talking about the story, I felt like Lamar had to get through Pittsburgh. I mean, it seems like he got that monkey already off his back in the regular season, but I wanted to see it in the postseason. So I think that this is just the first of many steps in order to finish the story. I'm not sold on Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin, still a hell of a coach, but they cannot. Since Ben Roethlisberger, he just hasn't had a quarterback. And it's crazy that the fans in Pittsburgh want him out, but the national media loves him. And, they always harp about this record about him being above 500 for 18 straight years. But where are you going to find a better coach than Mike Tomlin?
Right. It doesn't matter who you get. You ain't got no quarterback.
Yeah, you seen this stat, Dre?
I mean, I'm not, like I said, I can't feed into it too much because Tomlin.
How about this one? Is that any of that? And if he loses on Saturday night, that's another loss. You're going to be at a decade.
But you know what though? Even though it's a decade, I'm still not totally faulting him because when we looked at the schedule, we all said Pittsburgh should win these games, and then Byron, you said they're like the cockroaches; they don't die. So their first half of the season is what we expected. It's the second half when they really face some teams, and that's when it just got real. And I think that they just really got punched in the mouth. They got exposed, and it's not totally on Russ. We didn't, we haven't seen what Justin Fields could do either. I think in some of these games they should have tested it out just to see which one of them is going to be the quarterback of the future. But it's tough when you're in it's like how the NFC North is. The AFC North is in the same predicament. You have Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and right there. And if Cleveland could get it together, they would have been, right there. Steelers, if they can get a quarterback, same thing with them. NFC North, you got Jordan Love, you got Caleb Williams, you got Jared Goff, and the Vikings right now, Sam Darnold, he had one bad game, but I mean, it's just hard in a division when you have good teams. And I think that that's just what's happening with Pittsburgh, because they should honestly, if they got rid of Mike Tomlin, this team would be under 500, underperforming, and they would be dying to have Mike Tomlin back. I don't think it's a stagnant voice in the locker room.
I hope they do it, Dre. I hope they do.
Oh, I hope they. I would hope they do it, because they won't win another Super Bowl. They'll be like the Cowboys. They're not going to win anything anytime soon, if that's the case. If Mike Tomlin is keeping them relevant.
I hope they do it, man.
I'm sorry, but with that whole spiel being said, though, I choose Baltimore.
Yeah, I think we all picked the Ravens as well, Dre.
I mean, it's just...
I have no choice, even though I don't feel confident about it.
So you don't feel comfortable about the Steelers. Byron doesn't feel comfortable about the Chargers. I'm still iffy about KFC. Why won't I call them KFC? Side note, on Tuesdays they got the eight piece for $10. So
God damn.
that's the fat boy in me that knows the stuff. But nevertheless, that's the team I worry about. The Tribal Chiefs. America, don't judge me. I like to eat, y'all. I like to eat.
Listen, America should be the last people to judge you, because America, we the fattest folks in the world.
We also need to be saving $1, so I'm trying to get y'all, some free game right now.
Hey, brother, I'm here. I'm here for it, man.
It's double the Byron. Oh, look, it's double.
Oh, shoot, it's two of me. It's two of me. Hold on.
Two of you.
All right, there we go. All right. I think we all got the Bills, right? We all got the Bills on Sunday.
Yes.
We all got the Eagles as well.
Yes.
No.
Okay, Dre, how you feeling? You going against your brotherly love, city of brotherly love?
I think that it might be upset alert. Might be upset.
If it is, I'm gonna ride the hell out of them. I'm going to slide the living shit out of
there. It is. Milton said that earlier.
Hey, I just, it's always, look, what we've seen in the playoffs is always one upset. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Denver upset Buffalo, but I mean, I just feel like this. I had to choose one upset. So
okay, well, we going, and then Monday night, Dre, who you got? I got the Rams.
Aroma.
Really, the upset might be right here.
wait a minute, who's everybody choosing again?
For which one?
Tampa, Washington. Is that the one you're talking about?
That one in the Monday night game. Well, yeah, I got the
game. I got the Commanders.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Commanders.
Brother, don't kill me. I gotta go with Tampa on this one.
Your boy Baker.
Baker.
And then Monday night, Dre, are you going with your Rams?
Yeah.
I would say the Rams might be the upset. I would like the Commanders to be the upset pick, but it might be the Rams.
It might be both.
Ooh.
I'll be surprised.
Was everybody else choosing Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm picking the Vikings.
I got the Rams with you, but they got Minnesota.
I'm picking the Rams.
Oh, Rod's picking the Rams. So it's just Cavante with Minnesota.
Oh, shoot. Man, I'm going to go with the Rams then. Fuck, F it. Let's go with the Rams then, baby.
No. Don't be with everybody.
Well, don't jump on now.
So you were everybody choosing the Rams, or?
Yeah.
Okay, brother, thoughts? You gonna be happy about this one, man? We pulling for your team.
Dre, you got the standings from the regular season?
Yes, sir.
Oh, time to find out who won the regular season, I guess.
All right. So who won?
So
who won week 18? Cavante 16-4. Unk at 14-6.
Right.
Byron, you and D went 13-7. I went 12-8.
God damn.
Well, overall,
yep. Say with your chest.
Cavante is our regular season champion.
Got
94 and 82.
You got damn right.
Right behind him, close was Unk at 191 and 89. Me, I'm at one. I'm sorry. Unk was 191 and 89. I was 189 and 91. And Byron, you were 187 93. So it was real close.
Okay.
So wait. I'm sorry.
I think that is all. Good.
Rogers was behind me by what, 3?
By 3, and I was right behind him by 2, and then Byron was behind me at 2.
That's the best we've done. Like, as far as like all being together, like usually somebody would have dropped off, by now.
We know football.
Everybody was pretty close. Everybody was pretty close. Like
Yeah.
it was between me and Byron. What's that? Maybe 8.
Yeah, by you and Byron. No, that's 7. By 7 games.
Woo! That's not bad. That's not 7
took
games.
some swings too.
Separated all 4 of us. That's not bad.
Took some swings.
Yeah, Byron, you took some swings. I think I doubted Pittsburgh a lot, and I think I doubted the Vikings more so than what I should have, probably. So
Everybody down the Vikings.
Tried to, as long as we could.
Sam Darnold.
I mean, hopefully that's Sam Darnold's last bad game, but then again, dog, we already seen them take on the Rams earlier. They might go fishing again.
Well, Jersey Dre, before you go, any thoughts on Raw before we get ready to get out of here? And what can the people expect? Episode 473 next week, my brother. And I got something for you.
Jacob Fatu.
Okay.
The Samoan werewolf.
I'm excited that we did our live stream.
Solo.
I'm curious what happens with them moving forward. But I mean, Rogers boy JD, he went off last night.
He was right, because if you saw The Rock today, then he's gonna be even more pissed off.
I didn't understand The Rock today. What he was, he just felt like Unk out there just talking. I was like, bro, what you did it to like the very last minute. What was the point? Like they just should have had. It shouldn't have been Rock at all. Like, I mean, you come out, do a little spew, but to close the show, it should have been the NXT Championship. I don't know, but I think this is a big deal though moving forward that the WWE is on Netflix. But I'm also curious to see the whole dynamic SmackDown, Raw, NXT as we are officially. I can't even say we're officially on the road to WrestleMania. I don't know what we're on, but we're on something. Everybody keeps saying long term. We'll let it play out and see what the Triple H era does.
Dre, episode 473 next week. We'll be recapping Wild Card Weekend, getting ready for the divisional round.
Yes, sir. And then also talking about the college football playoffs as we're inching closer and closer to a national champion.
Yep, that will be in 2 weeks, the national championship.
January 20th. Wow.
Yep, so we'll be getting to the end of that. Cavante, we got some playoff things coming up for the Commanders.
Oh man, this is exciting. Really, really exciting time.
Oh, brother. You got to tell the people where you found that JD shirt at, because I had some requests.
Oh.
Yes. So people are wondering where you got the shirt from.
I'm finna gatekeep, yo. No, man, I'm finna gatekeep.
Yeah, they can super chat for the info. They can super chat for.
Yeah. Send us some super chats, and we'll
hit the cash app.
Super chat is for the info. I got you.
But yes, Cravante playoff week, Sunday Night Football. We'll be here.
Yeah, man. This is exciting times, man. Like I said, I'm happy. However the season ends, we're playing with all types of house money right now. I would like to see us win, and I like the momentum we have. Going undefeated in December, when the last time we did that, you know what I'm saying? So
12 wins in the season.
12 wins is crazy. 12 wins. Went from second overall pick to 12 wins. I am very, very excited, and we have a shot. We do have a shot to beat the Bucs. So, I'm happy going into this weekend, and it's a primetime game, so everybody's gonna be watching.
Thinking preview live on Thursday and then live on Sunday night after the Ravens game or Commanders game.
Another Sunday night. Saw that coming, but yeah, we'll get together. Guess we'll get together on Thursday, and then we'll obviously do it on Sunday night for the post. So yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's do this.
Big Raj, I know you're heading down to the game, but we may have a lot of Ravens content, maybe even a pregame show on Saturday before the game, but a preview coming and other things.
Yeah, plenty of stuff to come. AEW tomorrow. AEW tomorrow. Thursday preview for the Commanders. I guess Friday preview for the Ravens. Saturday Ravens. Sunday Commanders. And we continue to keep doing it until we can't do it no more.
So we can't do it no more. That's right.
So hopefully both of these teams win, so we can do some things next week. Should be fun, exciting, nervous as hell. People can be literally chewing on their fingernails watching the game. Like, yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. But it's been a good week of content. Oh yeah, one more. We got Friday Night SmackDown, so check that out as well.
Hey, just be careful down there, man. It's supposed to get another round of snow, man.
Oh boy,
yeah, I heard. I'm not sure how many inches though, just yet.
Oh boy. Yep, check us out. Throw your ones up. Acknowledge the Headed Sports Podcast table, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the Flex on One, Flex on One on TikTok, the Cash App, the Flex on One, Super Chatters. Hit us up, flexon1@gmail.com. Only place fellas giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Executive producer and co-founder Andre Melton, senior producer, captain of the Goofy Ship, Cravante Baby, the Commander Lawyer, and the social media producer, Big Garage. We'll be back tomorrow with AEW and Ravens Commanders previews, Ravens pregame, Ravens postgame, and Commanders postgame, Friday Night SmackDown as well, and more content in between as well. So check us out, episode 472 of the podcast and episode 473. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night, everybody.
Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. I love you solo.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders. Commanders.